Let's now go back to our Figma homepage by pressing on back to files, and let's create our first new file by creating on new design file. If we select on frame or F as a shortcut, this allows us to choose from the different available frames. To our very right, we can see all the available frames. And if we select the desktop margin, that will give us a width of 1440 and a height of 1024. If you select on the drop down beside the rectangle icon up top, it allows you to add these shapes to your frame. For example, select the star option, and if you want to duplicate this throughout your frame, you can do it by pressing on Ctrl C and Ctrl V. However, a better approach would be to press on the item and press on Alt while dragging it to the right. And this can be done for multiple items as well. Once you highlight everything and select on Alt, it allows you to move it anywhere you want. And we can change the color of the fill for our stars by highlighting everything. And to our very right, under fill, we can select our color. We can add a rectangle, and we can send the rectangle to the back by right clicking on it and pressing on send to back. And we can make the rectangle look better by adjusting the radius to 12, and it looks much better. And if you want to add text, you can press on this T up top, which will allow you to input text. And we can get ourselves a dummy text from a dummy text generator website and fill in the text portion. This is a lot of text, so to here is enough. You might have already guessed it by now. We are building a testimonial component or a product for our first Figma short tutorial. And if you've noticed, testimonials usually have a person. So let's get a circle as a placeholder for the person's image. And that can be done by selecting this option and creating a circle. And for the circle to be even, we can just input 50 by 50, and that would give us a more rounded shape. The circle is hidden, so let us bring it to the front. So just right click on it and press on bring to the front. Although we have the circle, we're not able to see it because it has the same exact fill as our rectangle. So we can make a quick change by just going to fill. By going to fill and changing the color to white. Let's now add the person's name right beside the avatar. It looks very big, so we can minimize the size from here to something like 8. We can also get another text to put in the person's title. Now let's minimize the size of the title more. Let's say you want to duplicate this component that you've created, as usually websites have multiple reviews, not just one person's review. You can go the easy way by highlighting everything, pressing on Alt and dragging this to your right. Or another way of doing this is by highlighting it and pressing on this option that says create component. And once you've created a component, you can access that component by going to your assets, and right from here you can just drag it and place it. And this can save you a lot of time, especially if you're working on the same component again and again throughout the project. And before we call it a day, let's go over the pen feature in Figma, which basically allows you to design your own custom shape, and you can access it up top from here by selecting on pen. And once you've selected pen, you can draw a shape that you want. And the way this pen feature works is that it works by clicking and dragging to your next point, and once you connect all the points, you can fill it in with the color of your choice by selecting on this pent bucket. There are a lot more features in Figma. However, we have covered all the stuff we need to get started for the projects that we'll be covering in this class.